So one of my favorite things about Yu-Gi-Oh is that a lot of the cards and archetypes are based off of, various mythologies and cultures and folklores and religions from around the world. And one of my favorite folklores is that of the Forbidden, the Forbidden series, the ones that have Forbidden Chalice and Forbidden Dress and Forbidden Lance and whatnot. And today I wanted to take, see, a brief little rundown of, of the story. And so, yeah. And so the first card we have here in the Forbidden series was Forbidden Chalice. Now, see this woman right here? It is heavily implied, it is heavily implied that she is Pandora of Pandora's Box fame. Now, for those of you who don't know what that Pandora's myth is, let me indulge you here. So Pandora in Greek mythology was like the first woman ever created, and um, all the gods. She was created by the gods, and they all gave her gifts like like beauty and intelligence and whatnot. And so at her wedding, someone gave her it was actually a jar, not a box. So, but someone gave her this jar, and they told her just do whatever you do, don't look at it. You can you can do whatever you want, but just don't open the jar. So not much of a wedding gift, right? I mean, what's a jar good for if you can't open it and put stuff in it? Well, anyway, you would think she would want to put flowers or wine or something. I'd put fucking beer in it or whatever, or rum. But that's me. Well, anyways, so she has her instructions were just don't open this. But eventually, her curiosity got the best of her. It would get the best of everybody. You know what I mean? And so she opened the jar, and when she did, out came, all the evils in the world, like death and starvation and disease, and that was like this was like the ancient Greeks' way of explaining why there was so much evil in the world. It was because of this one woman who opened this jar. It's very similar to the story of Adam and Eve. God told Adam and Eve not to eat of the forbidden fruit, and they did so anyways, and the rest is history. So that's interesting. And see this cup she's holding right here. Another common theme with these cards is that there are all these artifacts that she's holding, all these little trinkets and whatnot, that they belong or have something to do with Jesus, of Christianity. Which is pretty weird because it's like Konami was mixing, ancient Greek and ancient Greek mythology with the Christian religion, and I find that very interesting. And another one last thing that's very common throughout this card series is if you look in the background, it's a lot of people have said that that is the ancient sanctuary. The field spell card that the agents use. So that's pretty cool. All right, guys, and so yeah. All right, so moving on. And so the next card in the series was Forbidden Lance. And for those who don't know what she's holding, this is the Spear of Destiny, or otherwise known as the Spear of Longinus. And this is purportedly, guys, this is the spear that pierced Jesus while he was on the cross. So so another interesting fact about this is that people have there's stories that people like Napoleon and Hitler wanted this because it's said the story goes that it's said that anyone who possesses this spear will rule the world. I believe Napoleon never had it. He was trying to get it, but never could. And I'm not sure if Hitler was able to obtain it. I think he did, but not much. But he rage quit, so so there goes that theory. All right, guys. And so the next artifact that she's holding is the Forbidden Dress. And I believe this is the robe. I think it's actually a robe and not a dress, but it's the robe that Jesus was wearing when he was crucified. So that's something else that's pretty interesting. All right, guys, and the last card in the Forbidden series is the Forbidden Scripture, and I think this is the Bible if I'm not mistaken, but. So yeah, it's pretty. I think it's implied that this right here is the Bible, or either that, or it's just some some ancient knowledge and secrets that no one should be privy to. And if you look closely here in the back, you see freaking the guy on Solemn Judgment that's creeping around. And if you all know, guys, the guy on Solemn Judgment, Solemn Warning, and Solemn Advice and whatnot. It's I believe he's God, because I remember in the OCG Solemn Judgment it was confirmed that that was God on the picture, and at first I thought it was Moses because it looks like Moses. It looked like he was splitting the Red Sea, but well, anyways. That's pretty interesting. And just take a look at this. You know, she's not supposed to be reading this, and he's like, "Uh oh, I caught you, bitch." And so this is what ends up happening, guys. This is a card that's coming in the next challengers. It's called the Solemn Advice. And right here you see, you know, this is the same lady right here. If you couldn't tell by the, you know, her hairstyle and the little holly, the little holly that or whatever, this little plant and flower that she has in her hair. Because, you know, if you notice, that's this right here, this little fruit that she has in her hair. So yeah, he's like, oh, we're a little too far there. He he is like punishing her. He's like saying, "I caught you, bitch. Now bow down." He's like, I caught you fucking around with shit you trying to been fucking around with. And now you gotta pay. You gotta pay the piper, you gotta pay the price. And they see these two girls like, I don't know who you are. Like, shit. And I'm pretty sure when this card hits the TCG, they're gonna edit this somehow because it's very suggestive to say the least. You know, wink, wink. Well, anyways, so right here he's punishing her, and he turns her into this monstrosity. He turns her into the condemned maiden. He really did a freaking number on her right here, and you kind of feel sorry for her. I mean, she wasn't really doing anything that bad. I mean, come on now. I mean, she was just trying to, you know. She just, I don't know what she was doing. She was trying to train herself, or she was trying to, you know, become something greater than she was. But, you know, I guess that's the price you pay. And it makes sense because look at her effect. She's a fairy, and during your opponent's turn, you can activate one quick play spell card from your hand. You can only use this effect of Condemned Maiden once per duel. So, yeah, it's like, and all the Forbidden cards are all quick play, so it makes sense. So that makes perfect sense, right? I mean, this, like I said, this is one of the main reasons why I love this game. Other than the game itself and, you know, the playing and, you know, meeting friends is, excuse me, they enchiladas, right? Well, anyways, like I was saying, one of the main reasons I love this game is because all these little stories in here that Konami makes, and they make their own mythologies too, as well as you know, instead of borrowing from others, they also make their own little mythologies. You know, with the DD Warrior Lady versus Digrapher and stuff like that. So I find that awesome when Konami does things like this. It's pretty cool. One of my favorite aspects of the game. Alright guys, so that's it for this video, and hopefully I do more of these little, you know, little history lesson thingies or whatever, card folklore lessons for you guys. And if you enjoyed them, I'll keep doing them, let me know. And so, yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it if you would. And as always, I'm RoninFrog87, bidding you farewell, and hoping you enjoy the rest of your day.